Hey everybody, Joseph here. Okay, so this is an old recording from about last month. We never got to uploading it because of complications due to sickness and school and work from everybody involved. But we're finally here uploading it. I finally got to it. We just recorded the next episode for What If 2. So we're going to go ahead and upload this video, and either later today or tomorrow we'll have the next episode of What If ready for you. So without further ado, into the episode. Chase,
Yes.
we haven't done anything for like over a month.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Well, I mean, I uploaded like a trailer reaction, but that's not important because it doesn't count as
Yeah,
like a podcast. And we're on
but
Spotify
it is
now.
the
We're on Spotify.
we are on
And we
Spotify.
haven't put anything new since we've been on Spotify.
No, we have not.
Is this why my parents are disappointed?
No.
Oh, there's more reasons. And hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of What If. I am your host, Joseph Gallion, and with me, as always, is your co-host, Mr. Chase Gallion.
And hello.
Well,
Welcome
hello.
to What If?
Well, hello. All right. So yeah, it's not the beginning of the first Wednesday of the month. It's like probably the last. Let's be
Mhm.
real here. Maybe the second to last. But yeah, we're lazy,
Back.
and that happened, and we needed a month off. I just got back into school, and Chase is a bum, so it happens.
Yeah, just every so often.
It's just a thing that happens. But yeah, so we're gonna we're gonna go ahead and get into it. This month we're talking about the Avengers, that canceled video game that was originally going to be released with the 2012 film, but was canceled. So if you want to follow the show, follow it at Heroic Power ENT on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Follow me at Captain JSSG on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, and follow Chase on Instagram at Chase.Gallion1, Twitter at Gallion_Chase, and Chase. I almost had it. And Snapchat at chase.gallion. Gallion spelled Galyean. Boom. Okay, getting into it. Caleb isn't here. So if you just feel so inclined to read his whatever the poop, or to look at his Instagram feed, you can look at it in the description. It's there. So shut up. Anyway. Yeah, guys, if you did hear us right in the intro, we're actually on Spotify now, so, tell a friend. If you're one of those people like me who switched from Apple to Spotify, Apple Music to Spotify, I still use Apple Podcasts because I like it because it's dedicated to podcasts, but whatever. Yeah, tell them to give us a listen, and if they don't, just duct tape them to a chair and play it over like the loudspeakers, and torture them with our podcast, because our podcast is torture. So,
It is.
for us too, it's okay. Don't feel bad. It's torture for us too.
What?
What? So, all right, we'll go ahead and get into it. So, the Avengers is what the game was. Titled. I doubt it would have been titled that whenever it actually released. That was probably just the working title for it or whatever. But so the Avengers is a canceled first-person shooter brawler video game set to be released in 2012 to coincide with the release of the Marvel Comics film of the same name. The game was not tied or based around the film, but rather an original story inspired by the Secret Invasion storyline in the comics. Now, Chase, last time we recorded What If, we did a lot of looking into this project because it looked like a fantastic game.
Oh,
To
yeah.
be honest, there was a lot of concept art. A lot of concept art is on the internet right now, and I think like if you're watching this right now on YouTube, you'll be able to see some of the concept art on screen as it. We're doing like a little bit of one of those fancy smashy slideshows.
Yeah.
But if you're listening to this on the audio only podcasts, like on iTunes, Spotify, or SoundCloud, then you should definitely look some of this up because it looked really good. Like, it was very far along in the process. The only problem was that it was being developed by THQ, who
Right.
went bankrupt in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little bit about the gameplay. So the gameplay was to be co-op between 4 players online or offline, with teamwork being an essential mechanic. Each of the playable characters would have a unique playstyle, such as Iron Man being able to fly, while Hulk had the strongest melee attacks. Assist attacks allowed players to stun enemies, leaving them open to be finished off by other players, such as Thor, summoning lightning, with Captain America finishing off the opponent with his shield. Players could also earn experience points from performing a series of melee attack combos on stunned enemies, which would go on to unlock additional abilities. Hero boosts used by the player could increase stats of other players depending upon the character, such as Iron Man creating energy shields around his allies for a limited time, which is super interesting. Basically, think Rainbow Six or Overwatch, but with the Avengers.
Right.
That's so good. That is
It's
so
a great,
good.
awesome concept.
I love that. Like,
They just
I
couldn't follow
honestly,
through.
I really want them to kind of revive this, to be honest. Even though, it's been nearly 8 years since since it was being worked on. Square Enix is working on their Avengers project, which we still don't know anything about. We just heard about it like in March of 2018 or whatever.
Right.
And then we heard nothing else. And we still have heard nothing else. The last thing we heard it was supposed to be kind of like a reboot of Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but we're getting Ultimate Alliance 3 this year for the Nintendo Switch only. So
right.
I don't know if that's true then. Or why would they do that if we're getting Ultimate Alliance 3? I don't know.
It is a little weird.
Yeah, I guess we'll see how that goes. I would love if they came out with something like this, honestly, because it just sounds really fun and interesting. But the Skrull Army were to have unique abilities based on the variety of superheroes, such as the Fantastic Four, X-Men, and the Avengers themselves, with bosses such as Ultron. Oop, don't know who that is. Frankie. Oh, I'm going to have to open a separate tab because I don't know who that boy is. Oh, it's not Frankie. Oh my lord. Okay, it's the
Frankie. Got it.
Good old Queen Frankie of the Skrulls. It's the Skrull Queen. It's like Vranke or something like that. I forget how to pronounce it. Anyway, and a giant Skrull. That's imaginative. I think they mean like the Super Skrull. Like, that has, the powers of the Fantastic Four or what. Anyway, other such characters as Black Widow and Hawkeye were also considered to be unlockable characters, along with the Fantastic Four and Ant-Man, who were also included as NPCs.
Ooh.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the development. Or actually, let's just talk a little bit about that story there. So it was supposed to be Secret Invasion. Now, Chase, do you know the Secret Invasion story?
A tad.
Tell me what you know about it.
Well, everyone was a Skrull. You're a Skrull. I'm a Skrull.
Everybody's
that person over there, they're a Skrull.
It's like an Oprah show, but like with worse consequences.
Yeah, but in its essence, everyone was turning into Skrulls, and the Avengers had to stop it.
Well,
basically. Everybody and their mom had to stop it.
So yeah, I mean, it was basically like I forget what happened, but Elektra died, and all of a sudden she turned into a Skrull, and the Avengers were like, "Oh, what? Excuse me." So then there was a huge debacle about who's a Skrull, who's not a Skrull. The cartoon Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes had an excellent adaptation of this story. It was fantastic, and I think it was in season 2. It was too good. That show was too good for this earth, and it got canceled because of it. But basically, like it was one of those things like, hey, who can you trust type deal. They even revealed that that John the Skrull was a thing, which was basically a Skrull that took the place of John Lennon, and S.H.I.E.L.D. had it in custody, and it was actually a good guy Skrull.
Okay.
If they do something like that in the Marvel movies, who would you like to see be that John Lennon type? I mean, I doubt it would be John Lennon, but like if there was a pop star that has been turned into a scroll, who do you think?
Let's see. What's some outlandish? CeeLo Green.
CeeLo, dude,
Yep.
does that make me crazy?
Yes.
I
And
don't
he
know.
would just constantly sing that song.
While he's fighting the Avengers, does that make me
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
like my favorite song of him. That's such a good song. Anyway,
That's the only song I know by him.
same except for his cover of Kung Fu Fighting with Jack Black that
Oh
they
yeah,
did
yeah, yeah, that
for
is
Kung Fu
true.
Panda.
Never mind. My
I
favorite
know
is that.
only those two. But what was I gonna say? Oh, I was thinking Taylor Swift would be a good one
Mm.
because of her sudden switch in genres.
Yeah, they're like, oh, she's terrible. Well, she was always terrible, but like
Nah, her
even
country
more
was
so
all
now.
right. Her country was all right.
Yeah,
She made
country's
better country than
trash.
they're making now. Her
Okay,
stuff was
true.
actually about something instead of like tan legs and short skirts, drinking up beer on my front porch. Oh, that rhymed. Yeah. By the way, shorts and porch don't rhyme, but if you sing it right, it does. Half the
But
stuff,
if you say it,
half the songs you listen to, stuff don't actually rhyme, but it's the way that they pronounce the words. You know, Nicki Minaj had a song where she rhymed Romney with economy.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude, that's
she
totally
said
right.
economy. I'm like, hold on a minute, hold on a minute.
Sometimes you just gotta finesse it a little bit,
Maybe
you
she's a
know?
scroll. You know what? I know who's a scroll.
Ni Nicki Minaj.
No, no. Lil Wayne, because he looks like one. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, didn't
He's
he
not even
rhyme?
in disguise.
He rhymed like lawnmower and something else.
And teeth.
No,
Weirdest thing.
it was so. Hold on. Okay, keep talking, but I'll
Okay.
it's gonna come back up.
Okay, so I don't know who the rapper is, but the dude who has like the knife on his forehead and he's like, "It's a knife" or whatever. You know the guy I'm talking about.
I don't think so.
I know, all I know is that he's like kind of the guy who's like I've been in the hills da 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 on that Post Malone song. I don't know his name, but
Oh, 21 Savage?
yeah, he had a song where he said something about like blowing on a cello because he thought it was a like a wind instrument.
Ah,
I'm serious. That's a real
oof.
thing. He thought a cello was a wind instrument. Hey, but we're talking about the Avengers. uh,
Oh, okay.
uh,
Um,
oh, did you find
I
it?
I, I did. So he rhymed
Uh huh.
flower
Flower.
and lawnmower,
Wait, wait, what?
but he says flower normally, and then it's lawnmower.
I
It's
gotta get my lawnmower. Oh, that's too good.
Yep, yep. He's a genius, people.
Oh, music is an art form.
Yep.
Didn't say the art was good. But hey, let's talk about the development and cancellation of the game real quick. It's probably going to be a shorter episode because again, there's not all that much on this. But in 2010, THQ acquired the rights from Marvel, with development handled by THQ Studio Australia, with outsourced development handled by Blue Tongue Entertainment, to create a video game based on several characters from the Avengers. The game was chosen to be in first person, or the oof. That is some broken English there. The game was chosen to be in first person came from the developers wanting what? Okay,
Hmm.
I think the idea of the game being in first person came from the developers wanting to try something different from previous games based on Marvel properties. Yeah, nailed it. Boom. Anyway, wanting the
Yeah.
player to see through the eyes of the characters such as Captain America, Hulk, Thor, and Iron Man. The story was to be an original one, borrowing elements from the Secret Invasion and storyline in the comics, with Brian Michael Bendis, who wrote the arc, brought in to script the game's story, which is super cool.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
I mean that's like what happened with the new Spider-Man game. They got Dan Slott, who has been writing Spider-Man for years, to write Spider-Man PS4, and it shows because it's such a good game and it has such a fantastic story. So I
Yeah.
like that. I think bringing in at least ideas from the comics and having them developed is really smart. Like some of the best stuff from the movies for like the MCU are the ones that take almost directly everything from the comics but just change it. Like the Winter Soldier is great, but it changes a lot, and some of it for the better. Like in the original comics, Bucky doesn't just remember. Steve
Hmm.
uses the Cosmic Cube and helps him remember.
Right.
And yeah, I personally like the idea that he just starts remembering and he starts to break the mind control, mind wiping. I like that.
All right.
But yeah, no, like there's so much lifted from that. Civil War is a very, very different in the movies, but I personally like the movie more than I did the comic because the comic is it's very bleak. Like it's like, ugh, why can't I ever be happy, man? But so PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 were the main consoles of development, with Blue Tongue Entertainment handling the PC port. Plans for a Wii U adaptation were also considered around the system's launch, and console features such as the Kinect for a mode called Avengers Training Academy, which would have the player
Mm.
take control of a rookie superhero to fight along the Avengers using motion controls. But both were later cut during pre-production, probably for the better, because everything involving the Kinect really sucks unless it's Just Dance. Let's let's be real
That's
here.
true.
Let's be real here. Because, like, can you name anything that was really good with the Kinect besides Just Dance?
Uh, I think it was, games that were very similar to that. Like games that they
You
made
mean like Star
specifically
Wars
for.
Kinect?
No,
That's a
like
real thing.
they made like how we had the Wii Fit,
Yeah. Oh,
aspect,
yeah, totally.
like games in Wii where they had like Wii Tennis. I think it was games that were specifically made
Yeah,
for
like
the Xbox
Sports
Kinect.
Adventure or whatever the bullcrap that you get from Walmart for $25. Like,
Right.
that kind of, yeah, totally.
Yeah,
The
like
main thing
those were,
about the Kinect was that
okay.
yeah, yeah. The Kinect is mostly just a dance accessory. I mean, honestly, which is weird. I think motion controls are great, but the technology is definitely not there yet for the Kinect because it's just trying to detect all of your movement, I guess.
Right.
So yeah, it's definitely not there yet. But anyway, during mid 2011, the game was struggling to keep up with development, with THQ's financial problems with Homefront and the U-Draw peripheral, causing the company to what the crap? Okay, anyway, causing the company to be $100 million in debt, and the value of the Australian dollar rising. Causing THQ to pay their employees in Australia more than their domestic divisions, led to the. Whoa, this is all in such broken English, dude. Okay,
Mm.
so anyway. So this caused THQ to pay their employees in Australia more than their domestic divisions, which led to the decision to shut down both THQ Studio Australia and Blue Tongue Entertainment. In the last few weeks of the developers being shut down, they reached out to Marvel Entertainment in hopes to continue funding and developing the title, which Marvel refused, to which the game officially being canceled. Sadness.
Mm.
Super
Indeed.
freaking upset. After the game's cancellation, THQ sold off their properties, with Ubisoft acquiring the license to make their own tie-in game to the film, borrowing some of the game's concepts and story to create Marvel Avengers Battle for Earth for Xbox 360 and Wii U, being released on October 20th, 2012. And it sucked. Like,
Surprise!
so bad. You can look up video. There are so many videos of them of people making fun of this game. So basically what happened is this Marvel Avengers Battle for Earth game. So basically what happened with the game, like at least for the Xbox 360 version, I don't know how the Wii U version works. But
Right.
the Xbox 360 version, it uses only Kinect. And
Oh.
you play as Avengers characters and you can fight each other. And it's so bad. Like, it does not work at all, and it is a giant piece of turd. Like, it is very bad. Let's look up Avengers Battle for Earth. Let's see what score it got. Because I know it was not well received. Ooh. 50% on Metacritic, 5 out of 10 on IGN. Ooh. To talk a little bit about it, I'll pull up the wiki real quick so we can explain that, since it's basically the poor man's knockoff of the Avengers game. So, let's talk a little bit about the reception. The reviews from critics have been mixed to positive, with the Xbox 360 version being regarded as a superior version. Speaking of that version, the official Xbox magazine wrote, though the game mostly works as advertised, occasional missed moves and finicky menus disappoint. So do the bare bones campaign and limited array of fighting venues. EGM stating, as usual, the gimmicks quickly become evident and tiresome, especially for folks familiar with the comic arc this game's story is based on. However, there is some surprising polish here, and you might have more fun with it than you'd expect, as it is one of the few Kinect games where the controls actually work. IGN gave the game a rating of 7.3. Wait, what? I thought it was 5 out of 10. What the heck? Anyway, reviewed as good out of 20 reviews, and Metacritic gave it a 62 out of 100 based on 11 reviews. Okay, so this has definitely changed since. Whatever. So, it's not terrible, but I've played it and it's not good. It's all right, maybe. So, yeah, the Avengers Battle for Earth features 20 different characters, each with 3 unique superpower moves. Each character also has an unlockable costume. All characters appear as their scroll counterpart during the campaign mode. I kind of want to look at all the characters available in it just to tell you, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so the initial... So, I don't want to get into the... Oh, so no, this is just talking about the Avengers. Hold on a second. Let me look up Marvel Battle or Avengers Battle for Earth thing. But so Chase, tell me what you think about the canceled Avengers game.
I think it had some real potential, honestly. I believe it could have been a really cool idea, because I know every single time I played a Spider-Man game, I always wondered what it would be like to actually have a first-person view of that, which is why whenever I think it was one of the first commercials for the Amazing Spider-Man came out.
Mm-hmm.
It was where it's almost like the very first time he puts on the actual costume, and he just he's running on top of a building and it's in first person.
Right, yeah.
That was huge for me. I was like, yes. Woo! I was freaking out. But yeah, no, I honestly think it's an awesome idea.
Yeah,
they should have done it.
I really wish this would have gotten made. Honestly, this seemed like honestly, it seemed like a pretty good game. Like that, it could have been. Even the test videos that was released for it looked really good, and I mean, obviously, you could tell that it wasn't completely finished, and which sucks. I mean, obviously, if it was completely finished, we would have gotten it. But
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, you could see the potential that was there, and it is really disappointing that we did not get this game. I keep forgetting what we do because there's a month break in between. But here, let me tell you the characters that were in Battle for Earth. So you can get a glimpse of what could have been in the Avengers game. So we have Black Widow, Captain America, Doctor Doom, Doctor Strange, Venom, Hawkeye, Human Torch, Iceman, Iron Man, Loki, Magneto, Nick Fury, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, Storm, the Super Skrull, the Hulk, Thor. There's Varanki again, the Skrull Empress, and Wolverine.
Okay.
So that's actually a pretty good lineup. Even like the X-Men characters that they use are pretty good, which is just Magneto, Wolverine, Iceman, and Storm. I like that. That's really cool. They're using some of the most interesting ones. Although my favorite X-Men is still Nightcrawler, so shove it. But yeah, I don't know. I really do wish that this game would have been made, and I am disappointed that we never got this. But I'm looking forward to the future of Marvel games because it seems like they're starting to lean more into video games with the release of the Spider-Man game. And, they're coming out with Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, and they've got this Avengers project coming out with Square Enix working on it. I am looking forward to that, like, a lot, because Square Enix makes really good games. But, I keep forgetting what we do, Chase. Do you remember how it goes?
What do you mean?
The, going into an alternate universe or whatever?
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Which I
So,
guess we got to change it because usually it's a theater.
all right. Well, in this scenario, we're in a pocket dimension,
Pocket
right?
dimension. Whoa.
Okay.
Fancy.
All right. Whoa.
I got you.
We're
Whoa. Far out,
outside
Doc.
of space
Mm-hmm.
and time. Okay.
Whoa.
And in front of us is, our couch from home. Weird
Whose couch?
situation. Anyone's
Your couch,
couch.
my couch? Okay, someone's couch.
Both of our
Is
couches.
this a pizza stain on this couch? Oh god, that's blood.
Definitely on mine.
Okay. You have blood
Definitely
stains on
pizza.
blood stains on your couch?
Pizza stand.
I know, but this is definitely a blood stain. I tasted it.
It's
Very irony.
it's strawberry ice cream. Okay. It's
But
strawberry
Chase,
ice cream.
it's definitely blood. Strawberry ice cream doesn't taste like.
Why did you taste it? That's
I
weird.
had to know what it
That's weird, dude.
was. I had to know what it was. I thought it was
Anyways,
pizza, and I'm pretty hungry. Okay,
moving
yeah,
on.
sorry, yeah.
Moving on. We can just randomly play this game, on our favorite console. And we have the option to smash the disc or to put it in. Or to put it in and play.
We have the option to smash the disc. How about this?
Mm-hmm.
How about this? What if we have to play it for 20 minutes and then we get the option to keep playing or smash the disc?
Okay.
Because I'm going to be interested in any game, even if it's terrible. But if I'm like playing Spider-Man 3 for the Wii for 20 minutes, I'm going to want to smash that thing. Like, it's got to go. There's no two ways about it. It's got to go.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was really bad. I remember hanging out with you at church and you being like, dude, I can't wait for this game to come out, man. It's going to be great. The last Spider-Man game was fantastic. I was like, man, I don't have a Wii because I'm a poor boy. And he's like, well, I guess that just sucks for you. You just have to come over sometime and play it if I let you. I'll let you watch me sometime. I'm like, dang it, Chase, why do you have to be so cool? And he's like, yeah, why do I have to be so cool? And then I
I'm
cried in
always
the
this
corner.
cool. Yes. Oh man.
But no, dude,
But
I think I'd play it after the 20 minutes. If it's as good as it looked, I'd probably be playing that for a good minute. Especially if it's me and you doing it, because I really feel like that we would have a lot of fun goofing off in that game.
oh yeah, definitely. Because in that
Yeah.
game, we saw the test footage and stuff. You could destroy just about, or no, you
Oh my
could
gosh, yeah.
destroy everything.
Well, like you could like Captain America was parkouring through everything. Like that looked fantastic, man. Uh
Yeah,
I really wish that would have come out.
yeah.
Disappointed. But whatever. uh Chase, we never talked about what we were going or we never decided pre-show what we were going to do next month like we said we were going to.
Ooh.
Um
Um.
um Chase, what are we going to do?
Let's. Uh. Uh. Uh.
Uh
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 I kind of want to go back to basics.
you want to go back to movies?
Let's try. Let's try a movie. Just kind of switch it up.
Okay.
See how this
What if we
does.
do TV shows?
Ooh.
Is there anything coming out in
This
February?
that. Um. I think all the CW shows came back this week.
What if
Uh.
what if haha, get it cuz the show. But what if we do the Wonder Woman canceled show with Adrian Palicki from Agents of Shield?
Works for me.
We're going to do it. All right. Well, okay. I guess that means next time you come back, we'll be back with the Wonder Woman canceled television series. The pilot's on the internet, and that means we have to watch it, Chase.
Mm.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Mm.
I want to die already because I know it's terrible. But all right,
I've heard.
guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully next time we'll actually be back on the first of the month instead of, almost the last Wednesday of the month. So yeah, first Wednesday of the month, get ready for the canceled Wonder Woman television series. But yeah, for Heroic Powertainment, I'm Joseph Gallion.
And I am that one.
That one. I realized I said Heroic Powertainment.
That's fine.
Yeah, nobody
They
will
got it.
notice. I'll edit this out. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine. All right. Bye.
See, it's all good.